I I I um I was in Ixtapa in January for the whole training, the whole life coach and the non-surgical training, and what a journey! Um, well, since the first day I was, I need a mic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You did. Keep it close.
Yeah. Sounds great.
See?
So on my first day, I was quite a little bit overwhelmed from this first encounter with myself and with the group. I just discovered something so powerful with this group, what we were going to share on those 9 days. And I think you cracked my coconut before the third day. Even on the first day, I just learned that I had this tantrum, my 3 o'clock tantrum. And yeah, I don't like that. And because I was learning that my vibration was so important and was impacting the whole group. And Daryl made me aware of that. So everybody is so important. And I just learned how important how I mattered. So I learned to be more authentic, and it's an everyday job. Even today, learning every day. I'm getting up and I'm just saying my hope, and I think we will do that today together. So very powerful tool I've learned, and all those tools that help me live every day. I'm discovering myself every day with this training, and I'm still learning, and I'm looking forward to being mixed up in October.
You're coming in October for the course?
Yes.
Okay. And are you going to be opening your own business pretty soon?
Well, still exploring this, yes, because I came to this course just to be a coach for myself and my family. But now it is so big, but I'm discovering that why not bringing the thunder down in Quebec with all those knowledge and tools. So I'm exploring this new life or chapter that I can write for my life. So I wish you to discover your own path. Please explore yourself. Something brought you here now, and there's a reason for that. So I wish you the best.
Thank you. Okay, so they both said vibration frequency. It's funny how the whole world talks about religion all the time. It's really about vibration and frequency. We're spirit beings. Why aren't you talking about being spirit beings? I don't even like the word spiritual because that's another ism. Do you understand? I don't want you to follow me. I don't want you to follow anything. I want you to find yourself. Could you do that? Don't look for someone to follow. Look for someone to help you crack your coconut from the inside out, because you don't want to crack the egg from the outside in. You'll kill the baby. You do it from the inside out, and you do it with love. You do it with unconditional love for yourself and care. Understand something. There is not a healer in the world that's ever healed anyone. Jesus never said, I healed you. Okay? You said that Jesus healed people. Jesus and every other practitioner, if someone got healed, it's because they offered the vibration. Do you understand? I will bring the vibration of healing. I will bring the frequency of healing. But you You know what? Oh my God. You know, my practitioners, when they start, my whole life coaches and the Wolf non-surgical therapists, when they start opening up their clinics, you know, they'll call me up and go, you know what? This person, I don't understand what I did wrong. You didn't do anything wrong. They couldn't accept the frequency. They couldn't accept the vibration. You do understand something. When you go and take a drug, does everybody understand that all drugs have a low vibration? There will never be a healing. There's just a numbing out. Do you get that? For the 76% of the people in this room are doing drugs right now. Isn't that something? Trying to numb yourself out because you can't handle your personality because it's not your personality. It was force-fed from 0 to 7. And you keep on telling the same story over and over again. Your drama, trauma. They want you to tell your drama, trauma over again. You know, I don't even want to say it. Like, did you notice that? As soon as I say, okay, yeah, I've had trauma, I'm still living it. And I'm not beating up on them, but they want you to do this. Stop. You got to rewrite the story. So understand, you know, somebody said to me, I'd like my husband to come up and get the Cellsonic and some work, but he's not really into this. And I'm going, well, I don't really know if I want him up here because guess what? He won't accept the healing. Do you understand? Okay, first of all, you won't want to put your hand up, but you all would put your hand up if you were telling the truth. Every one of you have family members that are so addicted to their suffering and their pain and their disease. And that's the only way they get their attention and their love. And understand something, if you have a chronic disease, then you use it. You use it as a crutch. And if you use it as a crutch, you're going to screw up the rest of your life. That's not true. It's not my fault. I didn't say it was your fault. I said it was your responsibility to change your personality and to change the way that you live. And understand, you can, okay. First of all, does everybody know that we pass on because of hypoxia of the brain? Yes or no? That means not enough oxygen. That's a vibration. You know that, right? The only way you have enough oxygen, you know, people go, I can't get my breath. Yep, we've been around those people. That's called anxiety. And they have anxiety because they tell the same damn story, fearful trauma, drama over and over again. And they're having a damn panic attack. Because why? Because they tell this drama, trauma story and they dump adrenaline and cortisol. And adrenaline and cortisol is acidic and it eats up your oxygen. So guess what? You might faint. You're definitely going to panic. And remember what I said earlier, it doesn't matter. So I just talked to someone and they said, yeah, I'd like you to be my consultant. And I said, yes, but if you do, you'll actually have to listen and follow through. The money is secondary here. If you're not going to follow through, I don't want to be your consultant. Go pay $150 and go to one of my other consultants, which that is $150 with lifetime telephone support. Nobody does what I do. Nobody gives like I give. If I were to pay, if Lori and I were to try to pay all our debts off, we'd be bankrupt today. Do you understand? Do you understand? I don't care how much debt I have. I want to see what I can do. And you know, Canada's not in debt. No other country's in debt. They've always been in debt. It's all just one big game, and you get all tied up into this thing. You know, you look at the game, and then you go, okay, these are the rules. Now I'm going to find out how to win. That's what you do. So understand something. I will create a vibration of healing in this whole place. All right? Right now, there's probably close to, I don't know, maybe 70 people. Maybe that's it. And understand something. Are you ready for this? 7 people will walk out with it and keep it. The rest will drop it off at the door. And do you know why? Because they're dumb and stupid. No, they're not. Don't ever call yourself down, because guess what? I can't go home with too much different, because when I come home with something different that doesn't match my husband or my wife or the rest of the family, they come after me. You got to understand something. As soon as you break away from the herd, subconsciously, they've all been programmed to attack you. Yes or no? Hey, listen, you know, you women know that if you want to go on a diet, which you should never go on a diet, if you just went on a live it, you wouldn't look like a porker. You know, that's it. Oh God, I'm going to eat good for 3 weeks and then lose some weight and then go back to the way I was eating that caused me to have the weight. And I wasn't trying to down anyone, but guess what? The whole world is not overweight. They're over-infected, over-inflamed. You get that? Okay. And this is all because of belief systems. Honey, you know what? I'm going to go on a program and, you know, I'm going to do a whole plant-based keto diet. I read in this book called The Perfect Day Guide by Dr. Wolf. And, you know, and honey, just so you know, I can download it for free. Okay, as long as you can download it for free, honey, that's fine. But if you had to pay any money for it, because that's not one of my beliefs, I wouldn't like it. But if it was like one of my beliefs, like a 12-pack of beer and tacos, and we were going to watch a football game, then I would allow you to spend the money. So anyways, so now I'm going to go and I'm going to, she's going to stop eating and start eating right. And then all of a sudden he's going, whoa, wow, looking pretty hot there, baby. Looking pretty hot. Okay, now you start feeling good about yourself and you start not wearing frumpy clothes and you wear clothes that show that you're a sexy little machine. Okay, because why not? Why not look sexy? I want to feel sexy, but most people go, oh God, did he say that word sex? Oh my God, it's so dirty. You know, you're all just screwed up. That's all. You're screwed up in the head. Anyways, I'll be sexy till I die. Thank you very much. All right. So now she's starting to look really keen. She's got some curves and he's going, he doesn't know it, but his subconscious just moved in. Wow, sweetie, we should celebrate. What do you mean? Well, we should celebrate. You've done so good. And you know, you've worked so hard. Let's get a triple cheese pizza tonight. Because he wants her to put some pounds on because he's getting a little chunky around the midriff and he's got the love handles, right? Tell me you weren't there. We're all jealous when somebody does better in our family. Oh, well, I wish you well, but don't do too well. And that's the truth. You can take family comes first and take it where the sun doesn't shine because you come first. And understand, if you do come first, you may find out that you cannot be married to that person or live with that person anymore because they've decided they won't bring up their vibration. Am I right or not, Christine?
Yes.
What?
Yes, you do. You're right.
Yeah, and then guess what? Well, I'll stay with him anyways. Well, then you got to work your ass off, don't you? That's right. You go up, he brings you down, right? And it's all around. So what are you going to do, Christine? Stay there for the rest of your life? See, she needs to. Why? Because she wants to be a good woman. The decisions you make are not right or wrong. Just make sure that you're happy. Make sure that you're having a good time. And if you decide you want to stay somewhere that you have to work your butt off just to be happy, then you better be making some changes. You better let your husband, your wife, your family see your Braveheart Heroes contract and tell you this is where I'm going. Please do not get in my way because none of this is going to damage you. It's only going to teach me how to love myself so that I can love you more. I'm not telling anyone to get rid of their relationships. I'm trying to tell you that get rid of your toxic relationships. Don't get rid of people. See if you can get rid of your toxic relationships with those people. Do you understand? Oh, I've always been this way with them. Well, that's because you just run a program like everyone else. Remember what I said? Your brain is not smart. It just runs programs. Okay. So now you've got to go and erase and replace. How do you erase and replace a program? You focus on the new program. You don't even focus on the old one that's prominent and dominant that's destroying you. So that's all you have to do. So you look at the one that's destroying you, you create the opposite of that, and then you stick with that and you never think about that one again. It will fall off the cliff. But don't worry, your family will remind you of the old program because they want you back there because you're making them feel uncomfortable. Yes or no? Thank you. You will probably die of a terrible disease just because you couldn't love yourself enough and you couldn't handle their tantrums when you were trying to love and care for yourself. And that's the truth. So understand something. We can create the healing vibration. Are you going to accept it? Or do I have to live with you? That's the problem. And this is why I tell you that don't come to mine, but you better go to some course. You better go to something. Because anybody that takes the course, they'll tell you they could have never done what they did in 9 days. Never. I give a 3-day money back guarantee on my whole life coach course, and nobody else does that in the world. That's 1/3 of the time. You can then just walk out. Okay. Vanessa said, well, okay, well.
I just love that. I was like, okay, third day, I'm gonna see, I have nothing but that.
Yeah, so she gets, it's bigger than the one back there, the perfect day guide that everybody gets. It's a big manual. So Vanessa says, well, I'm just gonna leave the manual there because maybe after 3 days I can just hike out of here and then, I'm in, I got it. So we got to leave an open door for people that we don't want to feel like we trapped them. That's an important thing. That wasn't wrong that she did that. And it's only because she's not sure of herself, because she's not sure of herself in life. That was just a reflection of her personality. It wasn't a bad or a good. It was just that it is. Do you understand? Never judge anything. Observe it and then ask where you can be helpful. And if you can't, mind your own business. You all stick your nose in trying to help people when it was none of your business. And then you get upset, you get frustrated, and then you get pissed off at that person because they didn't take your advice when they didn't ask for it. How am I doing? Okay? So here it is. Again, I'm going to say it one more time. A healer can only provide a vibration or a frequency, and then you must take that and then hold it long enough and strong enough to become it. Do you get that? So that means you have to create a new day. So that's why we call it a perfect day. That's why it's called a perfect day guide. So you're going to write your day out, and you're going to try to follow the script. And if you make a 1% change every day, then I salute you. I salute you. 1%. Where would you be in 100 days? Come on, do the math. I know it's hard. I know, but a little bit of participation. 100%. Yeah. 2% a day would give you 200%. And guess what? And does anybody know that 100% is not 100%? Because we already talked about what we are: indestructible, infinite spirit beings. You better get this. You are trapped in this suit until you honor your spirit. Do you ever notice how they try to always, religion will do this a lot, not all the time, divide us from God? We're always divided from it, right? We're always trying to work together. Let me just give you an example. And then we're going to bring people up and start doing health questions right here. Here's the deal. Everybody knows Bruce Lipton. He's amazing. Bruce Lipton teaches that the reason why we don't have filters from 0 to 7 is just so that we can learn the rules of the world and family quick. And I call bullshit. Bullshit. That's bullshit. They manipulated the brain. They manipulated our DNA, and they manipulated our subconscious. So you better get it. And that was done 250,000 years ago. So you better believe it. And we didn't crawl out of caves either. So whenever you want to wake up to that fact and forget the monkey story, you'll be doing really good. Go get a banana or something. Now, so the reality is that what Bruce says is that we have no filters so that we'll accept all the rules quickly. No, that's not true. We have no filters so that we will take all the rules from all the fools and make it into belief systems that actually screw up the rest of our life. And you better get it. So you better understand something. The personality you have is not yours. Okay? Okay? It was just everything that came in. You have no filter. You're like a sponge. Do you understand? You're a sponge. Yeah, but I like my personality. Listen, we're not after destroying the personality. We're after feeding the spirit and rising the vibration and getting more excited about life until you get, look at this, guys. Would you like to be at the point in your life where every prominent, dominant, subconscious belief is 100% based on unconditional love and care for you? Yes or no? Okay, all right. You can do this, but you have to say, you want to know something? More important than going to college, more important than going to university, more important than finishing school or even going to school is to learn how to unconditionally love and care for yourself. I just have to ask any of you with children and say, look so would you like, Cynthia, would you like your children just to love themselves 10% or 30%? Yeah, then why? But that's not going to ever happen because Cynthia, when she had her children, did not 100% love herself. So she'll never give that to them. She'd have to bring it on hardcore right now. Right now. She'd have to change and disrupt the family, disrupt her husband, disrupt everything. But guess what? If she brought it on hardcore, she'd have those children unconditionally loving and caring for themselves. And then do you have any girls? Do you have any boys? 4 boys. Well, they're just going to be pulling their pants down and just attacking everything if they don't love themselves. I did. I went after every woman I could get my hands on. I couldn't get enough love. Nobody taught me to love myself. So I was going to get it from all of the women that I could get my hands on. And then I always thought I loved women, but I was disrespecting them because I used them to fill myself up and feel worthy. I needed the love. Emotional beings cannot live without love. And so guess what? What is the one way to keep all the planet enslaved? To teach them that they're unworthy and that you don't love yourself first and foremost. You love everyone else, try to be everyone else, and then you'll be nothing. You can't even tell me I'm wrong. You might not like my lecture. You may not like my mouth. You may not like what I say, but you can't tell me I'm wrong. I've got 35 years of hardcore psychology, and it's based on logic, and it's based on unconditional love and care for every human being. And everybody else is full of bullshit. You can take your degrees and take them where the light doesn't shine. Do you know why I went and got my doctorates? Because that was the flypaper to attract the herd. I could care, Dr. Wolf. Who cares? God. You know, I learned more from people that have no degrees in my life than I did from the ones with the degrees. Because the more degrees you have, the more manipulated and the more programmed you are. And that's it. So don't give me this. Oh, my doctor's so intelligent. Oh, really? Does he love and care for himself and teach you how to do that? If he doesn't, he's not a doctor. That's it. I'm allowed to say this stuff. You know, they'll come and attack me again. I mean, Marketplace is probably trying to find the budget again. You think I'm kidding? You know, somebody that actually does the, that knows my brother that actually builds the sets said that I'm up on the board, that they're coming for me again. Well, let them come. Come on. Seriously. So anyways, let's do this. So now we know that your subconscious is just a computer, and depending on the belief system will depend on what hormones and chemicals you drop into your body. Do you get that? Okay, so your belief systems create your dis-ease. Your belief systems create your dis-ease. And your dis-ease is being out of alignment. Okay? She finds it hard to lose weight. Why? Because guess what? She is not, she's always overthinking everything. She's burning more calories without even physically moving. And she can't get rid of her monkey mind. Right?
It's true.
Well, really, it doesn't matter if somebody says not true. You need to understand that if you actually want to become a whole life coach and you do it from your heart, does anybody know when you actually come from your heart and you observe people, you don't go to hurt them, but you're going to put yourself on the line and tell them the truth? You get to know everything about them. When you judge people, you will be blocked. You will not see the truth. So the sooner you get judgment out of your way, you know, I don't like East Indians. I don't like blacks. I don't like this religion. I don't like broccoli. I mean, as soon as you get all that stuff out of there, okay? Does anybody know this? Does anybody want to know why there's so many colors of people? Because we were created that way so that we would not unite. Does anybody know why there's so many different languages? So we would not unite. Did you get this? You need to get this. Do you know why there's so many different religions? So that we will kill each other, or that we will think that ours is the chosen one. And just because I joined that religion, I've got it made, baby. Do you get this? Do you get that everything is an illusion? The only thing that is not an illusion is your spirit. So jump into it. Jump into honoring, respecting, and loving yourself. The imagination creates the picture. The picture then creates the thought. The thought then creates the emotion, energy, and motion. The emotion then creates the frequency, and then and that frequency vibration decides what chemicals you're going to drop into your body. There is no anxiety that can live in this body. There is no fear that can live in this body. I don't fear death. I don't fear life. I am infinite. I was created by God Almighty, and I'm going to act like it. And if that pisses you off, I don't care. And it does piss people off. You arrogant son of a bitch. Who do you think you are? Thinking you're that good. You think you're somebody so good. You're so egotistical. Really? Really? I love you anyway. Do you understand? Yeah, I am not allowed to rock my world. I have to suffer for my family, for my friends. Or did you hear, Daryl? Did you hear about this? Did you hear about that? No, I don't want to. Why should I? Why should I? We all have choices. And you say, I have a choice. Well, there's my choice. You want to suffer? Go right ahead. You do it well. Okay? So understand something. You create your hell, you create your heaven. I am never going to hell for anything I say or do. The Rockefellers are not going either. And neither is Justin Trudeau. They made all that up. They made it all up. This is just one big life-threatening, fun-filled adventure to see that, that when people are trying to kill you and poison you, if you can rise above it. That's all this is. We are low vibrational beings. There are trillions of different beings in the universe, and there you go, oh, here we go, alien speech. No, I'm not talking about aliens. We are aliens. Your spirit had to come here, so you're a bloody alien too. Do you get this? Yep. Seriously, guys, it's time for a wake-up call. And the reality is there's trillions of different species and out there, and guess what? We are low vibrational in the universe. Do you know why? Because we have to eat and poop. There are other entities out there that they live. Okay, listen, Tesla went and took energy from the etheric, okay, and he generated light and power for the whole of New York. Does anybody know who stopped it? Donald Trump's father stole all his stuff, but Donald Trump's he's going to be the guy who saves us all. Yeah, I forgot. Okay, so now we were able to just take power from the etheric, and we were able to power and the whole of New York. While a human body is a battery, and if we came together and totally with unconditional love, I believe that we wouldn't have to eat at all. I believe we would get all the energy from the etheric. We wouldn't have to eat food. But then guess what? Then my anus would probably close up. Hopefully not my mouth, so I can still do some lectures. But the reality is this. If you think that I think that I'm a high vibrational being in the universe, you know what we're always told? That we're the most advanced beings in the universe. What a crock of crap. Anybody that has to take a crap is not advanced. Yeah, you can't even have a good crap. Most of you there on there going, ugh, trying to get it out. You can't even perfect the crap. But no, we're the most intelligent species in the universe. Why don't you be the most intelligent species or spirit in the body? Why don't we start there? Do you understand? This is it, baby. This is it. Every present moment. The present moment is 1/10,000th of a second. And I'm in the present moment. Did you know that 99.99% of the population is in the present moment 2% of the day? And that program started from 0 to 7 to program you to be a dumbass. Because guess what? They gave you beliefs that were degrading. Okay, they gave you beliefs that made you unworthy. I'm not unworthy. I'm worthy of everything. You can take your religion, you can take your fairy tale, and you can just do whatever you want with it, but don't try to put it onto me. Okay? Because that which created the universe is not a dysfunctional God. This is what healing's about. And some of you are not going to like me anymore and want to leave at the next break, and I don't blame you. Run. Because you don't want to be infected by my vibration. Do you understand? I'm telling you right now, I'm going to give you the vibration. You can decide if you want it. If you actually believe in all these fairy tale stories, you can go ahead. And if you can actually believe that the medical system is in healthcare, then there's something wrong with you. If you actually think that your vote matters, there's something wrong with you. If you want to vote because there's someone in your little district that's going to put a swing in the park, that might happen. Okay, but understand something. If you want to be a swinger on this planet, then you better understand it's all up to you. As soon as you have unconditional love and care for yourself, and nobody is authority over you, nobody's authority over me. I would like anybody out there in the world right now to tell me their authority over me. Just try. Just try. Do you understand? I'm not scared of the tax man. I'm not scared of anybody. I'm telling you right now, there's a Braveheart nation and it's rumbling. And the world's not in trouble, but the majority of the population are leaving. Did you get that? You're leaving. The majority is leaving. You're leaving. You're physically and emotionally out of shape. And it's not your fault. But don't worry. The body will rot away like it's doing for most very quickly. But guess what? Your spirit is infinite. You get to do it again. Whether you want to believe it or not, the whole universe is one big PlayStation, and they don't want you to know that. As soon as you can rise up high enough on this level, you get to go to another level, and it's for eternity. We play this game. What if you got up every morning and went, welcome to the game? Instead of, holy shit, another day. Welcome to the game. Welcome to the game. And it's got to be the game of self-love. It's got to be the game of self-care. And it's got to be the game of letting everybody off the hook for whoever they are and whatever they did. Because they're just going to keep doing it because you can't change their personality. You are insane. You're insane. Mind your own business. Mind your own business. Okay? This is the last drama trauma lecture I'm doing today. Still, there's more to come. And we are going to take another 5-minute break. And we're going to come back, and then we're going to have people come up, and then we're going to answer questions. And then after that, I'm going to be working on I'm going to try to do 4 or 5 people and show non-surgical and show you that a shoulder problem doesn't need surgery, doesn't need cortisone. I'm going to show you that bone on bone is BS. It's just calcification and scar tissue formation. Understand something. We open up Power Pack clinics, okay? They're called BHN Power Pack clinics. The Cellsonic here right now sells for $140,000. That's 25,000 volts put into a love harmonic. It will shut down stage 4 inflammation, which they call cancer in a pulse. Everything's frequency and vibration. Did we learn that this morning? Okay, so guess what? I have a cardio med bed in my clinics in Mexico. We have a cardio med bed, and guess what? If you have perfect circulation, what do you have, guys? Perfect health. So now we'll set the frequency and the cardio med bed. I can get somebody that has a heart blockage, 93% blockage. That's big time bad. And in 37 hours on the cardio med bed, they'll have a brand new set of arteries and no surgery. You need to understand something. You've been duped. You've been duped. And even the medical doctors have been duped. And understand that when you take cardio med bed and you take Cellsonic, and what we do is when people come to us and they say, now I've got another Cellsonic. We've got 2 different ones. We've got another one that's 64,500 and it's all digital. Okay, and this one here has 1 million pulses on the pulse head. Not just 50,000, but 1 million pulses. And this one here is only 22 pounds. That's 120 pounds. So this one's really portable. And guess what? This one here, the pulse is stronger, but the other one does the same thing. So understand, we take that, and then our cardio med beds, we're going into all the hospitals around the world. And cardio med beds sell for $250,000. They've only been used for usually for 20 to 200 hours. Because when they went into the hospitals and they started using the cardio med beds, the cardiologists they didn't have a job. So they didn't need any surgeries, no surgeons. I'm not making this story up. This is a true story. So they came together and they said, we will quit doing surgery unless you get rid of the cardio med beds in all the hospitals. Well, we've got a contract and we're going around to see the ones that are like in mint condition, like brand new. And then we turn around and we sell those for $35,000 to our practitioners, not $250,000. When somebody buys a Cellsonic regeneration, we give a complete course. That's $10,000 course free. And then you get lifetime support, you get all your products wholesale, and you've got my phone number direct. I go through everything with you. And you're going to go, oh my God, it just seems like too much. And we in one course of 23 days, okay, 25 days, in one course of 25 days, I guarantee you that you'll be the most powerful practitioner anywhere with the non-surgical and with the whole life coach certification, where you get the emotional, the nutritional, and the physical training. Am I lying? Am I lying? You're going to see it today. You're going to see people that have been complaining here. But I don't want anybody coming up here to try to prove me wrong. Because if you want to prove me wrong, you will. Because don't be so psycho. Okay? If you wanted to prove your wife wrong, you wanted to prove your children wrong, you wanted to prove your husband wrong, you want to prove the world wrong, you're going to do it. And that's only because you are the disease. Do you understand? You are not at ease. You're not in alignment. And it's not your fault, but you're having a tantrum. Okay? Nobody can fix me. Isn't that what people say? Nobody can fix me. Or did you know that I went to the doctor and guess what? I'm special now. He said that I have this specific type of gene and only 1 out of 90 trillion people have it. Yeah. What do you think of that? And I'm never going to be able to fix myself because that's it. This is the world we live in. Viruses aren't alive. And guess what? Everybody who does the bacterial soap, okay, all right? Just know this, you're poisoning yourself. You're killing yourself, okay? You're killing yourself. You know, all you that are like little monkeys? If you don't do that, you can't come into this door. Listen, you are so programmed. You want me to use carcinogenic material to kill my bacteria because you're worried about the virus that doesn't exist. I'll shop somewhere else. You know how many people, if I went into your homes right now, have bacterial soap in the damn bathroom? And you know that goes in through your skin, into your blood, and it destroys the good bacteria in your large intestine, which is 85% of your immune system. Thank you very much. The carbon they want is us. Let's make that clear. And you can't go in and try to kill bad bacteria without killing the good ones. Okay? Understand something. I'm going to say this and then we're going to take a break because this will make a few people run home. There's an alien entity that's not human that controls everything on the planet that is feeding off the electricity of you. You are a walking, talking battery. How much electricity are they getting from me? Absolutely nothing. Say it again. And guess what? They will never come after you because you're giving up your electrical charge, okay? And you are giving up your life. Isn't that nice? You keep on feeling the aliens, feeding them, and then when we get back, we'll start taking questions, okay? Understand, I use sarcasm, not because I'm trying to be a sarcastic a-hole. I do this to tell you something that, guess what? They can't do anything to you when you stand in your God-given power, and that's your spirit. Thanks, Carla. Thanks, everyone. 3, 2, 1. We got this. Five minutes. Then I start talking back here.